Now, exercise 13.3, problem number 13. Now, we read the problem. Probability that A speaks truth is 4 by 5. A coin is tossed. A reports that a head appears. The probability that actually there was head is. Now, there are four options, and we have to find out which one of these is correct. And that can be done only by working out the problem. So, we will try to work out the problem, and I will explain the problem once again. Here, A speaks truth, and the probability of his speaking truth is only 4 by 5. Out of 5 informations, he gives 4 informations correct only, and the fifth information he lies. And when a coin is tossed, he looks at the coin and he reports, he says that a head appears. He said head appears. Now, the probability that actually there was head is, what is the probability of his speaking truth about the coin, the tossed coin? So, out of these four options, we have to find out which one of them is correct. And we'll analyze the problem and try to find out the answer for that. Look here, we write like this. E1 represents actually head appears. Remember this. E1 represents actually head appears. E2 represents actually head does not appear. H, A reports, that is A says, tells, A reports that head appears. When he looked at the tossed coin, he said A appears. See, that's it. H, A reports that head appears. And now probability of E1. What is E1? Actually head appears. So probability of E1. So when a coin is tossed, there will either be head or tail. The probability of head showing up is half. The probability of head not showing up, see, E2 actually head does not appear. The probability of head not showing up is also half. So that is a known thing. When a coin is tossed, the probability of head showing up is half. The probability of head not showing up is also half. So this we know. And now look at this H bar E1. What is the meaning of this? What is H? A reports that head appears. A reports that head appears, given that E1. What is E1? Actually head appears. So A reports head appears, given that actually head appears. The A reports head appears, given that actually head appears. This is how we have to read. And now we have to find out the probability of this. What is the probability of this? Probability of H bar E1. And we know what is the meaning of this. So, A reports head appears when actually head appears. That is, he is speaking the truth. So, P speaks truth, speaking truth. What is the probability of P speaking truth? 4 by 5. So, probability H bar E1 is 4 by 5. H bar E1 is PA is speaking the truth. The probability of his speaking the truth is 4 by 5. Now, PH bar E2. What is E2? Not head actually does not appear. Look here. A reports head appears when actually head does not appear. Look here. What is E2? Actually head does not appear. When head actually does not appear, he says head appears. He is telling a lie. That is, he is speaking untruth. The probability of speaking untruth, the probability of speaking untruth is 1 minus 4 by 5. You can calculate, that is nothing but 1 by 5. How did we do that? Look here, we have a formula here. PA plus PA bar, PA plus PA dash PA, A dash is not A. Probability of A plus probability of not A is 1. This is the formula. Using this formula, we have arrived at this answer. So, probability H bar E1 is 4 by 5. Probability H bar E2 is 1 by 5. Now, what we have to find out is this one. Probability E1 H bar. What is E1? It actually appears. Given that A reports head appears. E1 is head actually appears. Given that A reports head appears. The probability of this we have to find out. And we have a this formula here. So PE1 bar H1 we can write PE1 plus P H bar E1. And the same thing we have to write here. Okay, this one. And afterwards follows the second term. E1 we get E2, PE2, PH bar E2. After E2, look here, this one. Only two things are there, E1 and E2. Same thing we write here. And next, instead of E1, we write E2, PE2, PH bar E2. We know the values of all these. So substitute them one by one here. And it's a very easy thing. It's a simple mathematics. And we arrive at the answer 4 by 5. So most important things are these. Okay. This is very important. E1 actually head appears. E2 actually head does not appear. A reports that head appears. Probability of H1 is half. Probability of E1 is half. Probability of E2 is half. And how to read this? H bar E1, A reports head appears. Given that H actually appears, the probability of that one. And here we have H bar E2. A reports H appears when head does not appear actually. So this is a lie. This is the truth. Probability of the truth is given by 4 by 5. And this we have found out. The 1 by 1 by 5. All these values we have substituted here. And afterwards, this simple calculation, you must be knowing all this. So when you arrive at this answer 4 by 5. Thank you. I think you have followed the problem.